Bop! Howdy hey, this is Frakbox, and I'm here with TruBluBlur.
Long time no see.
So, when we last left off, we were getting, I don't actually know.
Oh, that sucks.
Uh-oh.
Everything about that sucks.
Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, that's how Houdini died.
Scarabs?
Yes. Well, I mean, we got one scarab on us.
I saw that.
That was the bravest scarab.
He had a job to do.
He was as brave as our boys in the Naruto headbands.
Oh no!
That are gonna storm Area 51.
Oh no!
I'm still like that concept of kids named Kyle, Naruto runners, weeaboos, and oh, I think I've seen a YouTube video about this boss. How it's kind of like out of place. But yeah, the concept of like, and I think furries storming Area 51. What I think is going to happen is there's going to be a bunch of people who show up, and they're just going to turn it into like an EDM festival. I literally think that's going to happen. Oh man. Yeah, I remember watching a YouTube video where this guy talked about how this boss was like super out of place.
Oh yeah.
Like just I don't remember. I'd have to rewatch it, but
I don't know. It seems fitting so far.
yeah, I think you have
Yet
to
another ghost.
I think you have to turn into a wolf. Yes.
This doesn't seem out of place to me. It's just like the other ghosts we fought.
Well, I think it was like because of the sword, right? I don't know. Because like he was basically bound to the sword or something.
Something.
So, and the hanging from like the ropes that were there that were like the little prayer tags.
Yeah.
That you see a lot of times.
They're not prayer tags in this instance. They are ceiling tags.
Right. Yeah. I forget the actual term for them.
I don't remember. Do I have to be a wolf to fight this
to like
thing?
ward evil? Yeah. I wonder.
He's not coming down.
Do you have to like bounce him back at him? Is it like Ganon style?
Oh,
Maybe you have to play tennis.
I might need to do that. Problem is, I can't lock onto him right now.
Really?
Oops, I missed.
Oh, do you have to use the sword slash, or do you have to use the?
No, I did just learn the shield bash, so it's probably what I need to do.
Okay, well let's see.
Oops!
Oh, that
I have
didn't
to
work.
not fail.
I wonder what the name of this boss is. It doesn't give us the name of the bosses, does it?
That didn't work. Maybe I can sword slash. I'll
yeah,
try.
maybe because like it is the master sword.
Yeah.
So. Because I mean, what else would you know?
Ow.
That was too late.
So, oh boy. I do think you're probably right. I just gotta not suck.
Oh, that's me. Oh, speaking of being totally right.
Oh wait.
I
gotta switch again.
Yeah, there it is. So, yesterday, I started playing a D&D campaign with a couple of friends of mine over Discord. And because I had yesterday off, and I decided to make a character that was a cleric. This is in D&D 5th edition.
5, okay, yeah.
And decided to make a character that was a cleric.
I don't think I can attack it.
And for those of you who know this kind of stuff, half-elf cleric, took the knowledge domain and the sage background. So basically,
yeah, that doesn't work.
I ended up like level 1 knowing like, let's see here, common, elven, extra language, 2 more languages. I ended up knowing, I think, 2. At level 1, like 9 languages.
9. Awesome.
9,
all right.
Yeah, 9 languages. It was something like that. That was just a basic, because yeah. because with the knowledge domain, I think that gives you 2 languages, and then with the sage, I think that gives you 2 languages, and then anyway, I could go more into detail, but basically the way I modeled this character was he's a cleric, but he's kind of mostly an astronomer.
Yeah.
So he's a cleric, but he kind of looks more like a wizard.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, so he's just a super nerd. I try to go for like
great.
Kind of the cloistered cleric sort of thing. If anybody out there has ever played like D&D 3.5,
I just started playing that one.
there's a book, Unearthed Arcana, that has a bunch of like variant rules.
Yeah.
And one of them is a cloistered cleric, in which it gives you the same base attack bonus progression as wizard. You get 6 skill points per level instead of 2.
Yeah.
And you get the knowledge domain for free, in addition to 2 domains that you get to choose. And then you get like lore, which is basically just bardic knowledge.
Gotcha.
So you basically become like skill tank, magic tank, like scrying tank. You're basically good at just finding information.
Gotcha, yeah.
Yeah. And then you also get like speak language as a class skill, so you can dump skill ranks into speak language and know a bajillion languages. So I kind of base the character off of that archetype.
Makes sense, yeah.
So the character, it's hilarious because he knows so many things. He kind of just tells people about things and just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
And so he literally like mansplains.
Oh no. Oh no.
He's so much fun to play. Like it was one of the PCs in the party was a lizard folk.
Yeah.
And I looked at the DM. I talked to the DM. I was like, DM, do I know anything about this lizard folk's tribe, like where he came from? Because he was talking about his tribe, kind of. So I roll my knowledge history, nat 20.
Oh boy.
So I know everything. So
oh boy.
Literally, like in roleplay, in game, I was like, okay, so here's what I do. I continue to ask him things. Like, oh, is this the tribe that it is? They do this and this and this? Yes, that is the tribe. Oh, and they also do this? Yes. And they do this? Yes. And their circumcision rituals? Yes.
Oh no.
And so basically just do that for the next just talking about various aspects of his culture to him. And then eventually the conversation ends with, yes, actually our circumcision ritual is very sacred, and I'd appreciate you not talking about it.
Oh no.
Yeah, sure thing. But he's like that kind of character who will just keep talking about things that you probably, because he just knows so many things.
Right.
So he's a really fun character to play for that reason. But a lot of characters in our party are, well, they're this class, but they're kind of this. So I'm the, well, you're a cleric, but you're mostly an astronomer.
That's
and then
so funny.
There's a character in our what other character is there? I forget what the other one is, but we're doing like a desert campaign.
Yeah.
And so we're basically, what class is he? I totally forget what class he is. So he was like, well, you're this class, but you're mostly Indiana Jones. You're mostly an archaeologist. He's doing the whole, it belongs in a museum sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then we have the lizard folk character, and he's, well, you're a ranger. But you're, like, I forget what he was, but he was mostly something else. And then we have, who was the other guy in our party? He was a rogue. Well, you're a rogue, but you're mostly a... What was he? You're mostly a cartographer and tomb robber.
Oh.
Or something like that. And we're hoping to get other people. We had more of like a session 0 so that we could like establish our characters. And we had it was a pretty good session 0, I would say. So, and the guy who does the dungeon mastering, he's a really good dungeon master.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, because he's been having like a 5th edition itch.
Yeah.
And I haven't really played much 5th edition at all. It's like 3.5, but the rules are a little different, and the player's handbook is more confusing.
Oh yeah. The only D&D I've actually ever played is 5th edition. I only just started playing, honestly.
5th edition?
Yeah, D&D at all.
Yeah. 3.5 is where it's at. If you look on the shelf there, well, you've probably seen them, all the books that I have.
Yes. Of course.
Yeah, I really like 3.5. That's what I played when I was a teenager, was 3.5.
From what I understand, the point of 5th edition was to try and make things a little less insane.
Yeah, because 4th edition sucked. Like, really bad.
Yeah.
So with or did I say 5th? I meant 4th.
No, you said 4th.
I did? Okay.
Yeah.
So 4th edition...
we have arrived at the boss key.
Nice.
I don't actually know where the boss room is.
So 4th edition... So 3.5 was like charts. It was...
No!
It was charts and figures the game.
Yeah, okay.
In the book, basically, there's a chart and a spreadsheet for how exactly powerful your character should be. And you know exactly how powerful your character is going to be at a given level. Just straight up, you know. And so everything's really balanced for the most part until you get to Player's Handbook 2. And then David Noonan, he unbalanced everything. More about him later, but yeah. So 3.5. There's so much stuff in 3.5. So many character options in 3.5.
Yeah.
There's so much written in 3.5, right? Where you could literally just... I sometimes go through these books and I just read them. Like the 3.5 books that I have. Because there's so much stuff in there. One of my favorite books is actually Races of Stone.
Yeah.
It's an interesting read. Because it talks about like dwarves and gnomes and Goliaths and all this sort of thing. Mm-hmm. I think it's where Goliaths were introduced.
Oh yeah.
And Goliaths are kind of a staple race of 5th edition now. They're in there. Anyway, so I'm getting kind of off topic. So 5th edition, or 3.5 was really great. Just, there's a wealth of things. So many different character options, and it's so customizable. I've actually created a race for D&D 3.5. It's on the D&D wiki. It's called the Tortugan. It's a race of basically turtle people, but they're more like big, large-sized turtle people.
Yeah.
Rather than like Ninja Turtles. They're more like actually slow, and as they gain levels, their natural armor actually increases.
Okay.
Because as they get attacked, their armor starts healing, and it gets harder. And so they gain more natural armor as they and so I scale like every 4 or 5 levels they gain 1 more natural armor.
Interesting. Okay.
So yeah, I balance them, and it's really cool. So look up like Tortugan on the D&D wiki. It's super cool. Anyways, off track.
Yeah.
So 4th edition, what they tried to do is, I think like World of Warcraft was still really popular around that time and growing.
Yeah,
And
that makes sense.
also a lot of RPGs were growing around that time. So they were trying to bring in people who are more used to like MMOs. Mm-hmm. And they were trying to bring them into the fold of Dungeons and Dragons.
This is kind of an interesting boss.
Oh?
Yeah. We get to fight basically like a dinosaur.
Oh, jeez.
Sorta.
Whoa. But yeah, they were trying to bring in more people who played like MMOs and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And it didn't really work because it sucked. Oh, Zant.
Hi there.
Oh, you're still alive. Oh.
I didn't skip that. It just
But this is truly a bittersweet reunion. Truly. For I fear this is the last time I shall see you alive. He's got some skinny hands.
Yes, he does.
Oh. Sword. Oh. I'm guessing we have to take that sword out of its head, right?
Something like that. I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly, but it's going to bring it to life.
That reminds me of a D&D boss I actually faced once. Remind me to tell you about it later.
Okay.
It was the DM I told you about that was really good.
Yeah.
He actually had... there was a giant monster that we had to face that had a bunch of swords running down its back that we had to pull out.
Gotcha.
Long story. But
Yeah, okay.
it was a really good boss fight. But 5th edition, my understanding is they wanted to bring back the people who were disillusioned from 4th ed.
Yeah.
Because it was just not good.
Right.
4th edition.
It's also the general overall power, from what I understand, is lower than 3rd or
Right.
3.5 ever was.
Yeah, 3.5.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
In 3.5, you're playing superheroes.
Yeah.
Like, your characters are super powerful. Like
Right.
at level 1, like a level 1 like monk, like first starting out, is the equivalent of our world's like black belt.
Right.
Like, you are a black belt starting off level 1.
Right.
Like, whatever the highest degree black belt is.
And that's definitely not the case in 5th.
Right, you start off like...
From what I understand, 5th edition, a level 1 character is basically... Is basically the standard, regular, average human.
Yeah, basically. I mean, you're maybe slightly more powerful.
What I'm supposed to do. I don't want that.
Yeah, you're slightly more powerful, but you're still, like, just barely more powerful than the average person. Like,
that's what I
like,
mean.
you could probably in a straight fight be killed by an average commoner. It is possible.
Yeah, it's true.
But, and that's kind of why I liked 3.5 a lot, because it did feel like superpowered superheroes D&D.
Ow.
5th edition feels nice because it does feel a little more balanced that way.
Yeah.
I think it's more like when you're level 3 in 5th edition, I think that's more akin to what you are at level 1 in 3.5.
Something like that. But
Yeah.
also another thing, from what I understand, the overall scaling is just slower. Oh!
Right. It does feel more balanced, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate that there's a lot more character options in 3.5 right now still.
Yeah, but...
Because 5th edition is still so new.
Yeah, they're still doing stuff with it.
A lot of the times, I still think in terms of 3.5.
Yeah.
And I try to make character concepts that will work in both. Mainly because 3.5 is the way that my just brain works with D&D. So,
Right.
yeah.
I can't do anything. No, I gotta
Darn.
use the thing, which I can't be down here to do
Oh,
that.
we should probably call this episode.
Okay, well, let's get a little safer than down here
Yeah.
before we do that.
Wow, this is slow going.
Yeah, because I'm in like a whirlpool.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm safe on here.
Well,
mostly.
So this is Frakbox.
This is TruBluBlur.
Have a great day.
Keep on running fast. Sorry.
Oh, is that the end of the... Okay.
I didn't mean to get that hit, actually.
Okay. So I guess we're not ending the episode.
It's okay, we can end it here. Or some sort of.
No, we'll wait until after the cutscene.
I'm sorry, it was an accident.
It's okay. Just accidentally hit the boss and defeat him. Surprised we didn't have to pull the sword from his head.
I don't think it's quite over. I don't remember. Maybe it is? I don't remember.
Maybe you might want to run over there really quick and pull the sword from his head. But don't do it yet.
I'm gonna pause.
Have a great day.
Keep on running fast.